I must understand this. What is this? I just found this plastic cord-like on my meat, and it's a roast to put in the oven. Okay, so my question is it plastic or not? We're going to do this together and see what it is. It's plastic. In fact, when I burn it, because of the fire, it falls right down to my paper and it burnt. And it stinks. This is on my meat. We all know what plastics do, and we put meat in the oven. That is disgusting. Raphael, and I'm going to get another part of this video in. 25,920 is part of a Mayan count. All right? Okay, now that we are going to continue on, 25,920 is what they call one of the long Mayan counts. What does it mean to me? Okay, I always regard this as yellow. I always regard this as birth. In single realities, the 9 is yellow. It is in the 1 position, it is in the 10 position, it is the 100 position. In mathematics, we put a comma over here, or is it the dollar sign, and we start again in the 1 position of the 1000s and the 10 positions of the 1000s. Okay, this is the first area, this is the second area. First ST, second ND, third RD, and then everything becomes a TH. When you run into the hundreds of millions and billions of dollars, it all becomes part of the time heaven. It is no longer a valid number that will make a difference, a great difference in a personal being's life of a lifetime. Regardless, 17,910 is half of 25,920 in a Pythagorean single-digit count. The reality of this half is 12,960. 12,960 versus 17,910 leaves me with an equivalent ratio difference of 50, 0. Oh, I have to go. Am I backwards? Yes, let me do the calculator part. 17,910 minus 12,960 equals, the difference is 4950. 4950. What is that to me? That's the Uranus, Neptune, the 7th and 8th planets, the 2nd and the 3rd planets from the opposite position. It is pink for 50. It is 5 and 9 or 4 and 9 for green gateway go. 17, stand on 17 or a soft 17. The ace is going to give you the half-life. Okay, it's going to show you the 3 parts of life, and it's only because of the cube showing me the center dot is to where the half-life is on 6. The highest value is 4. Otherwise, it's 4, 1, and 4 equaling to 9, or just 4 and 1 equaling to the half-life. Now, if I took 2 cubes and put them together, okay, we all can see the design or the hexagon that comes out. Remember, it might be the center, but look at the size of its dot. It takes up area space. Okay, and we create it right over here. And instead of having here, 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 and here, we now have just a dot in the center over here. Reflective of these 4, and now we have the dot in the center. So the 10 in reflection is of like the 9 in life. 10 and 1 is 11. But the real value is 9 because we live for these moons. Okay, in which this is the IT system in the sun, where 4 is 5, where 5 is 4. And look at the designs that will come in here. I don't know. I'm not into designs. I don't know the history of designs. I don't know the history of crop circles. But anyways, to begin the split of the birth. Soft 17. What happens? It takes 2 dice to create. It takes 2 sides to create the 7, or the 7 is the first number on the next dice, 6 and 1. So in 2 dice, the lowest number, the highest number to the lowest number would be the opposite number, making it 3.5, 2.5 the distance. The center of this cube, no matter how you do it, no matter how you spin it, it'll be 3.5 the center of this. So the Mayan count shows me to get to the first Pythagorean Mayan count, which means a single digit. Only add these up to a single digit. 9 and 9 is 18. 5 and 5 is 10, equals to 1. So now we ask ourselves a question, what does this do? It shows me that by adding up 25 and 25, where A and B, where B is the reflection of A, where B will be standing on each side of A and the reflection of A. If this was on a dartboard, you would call A the center and the value of 50. You would call B on the outside all the way around the area of 8 sections according to what's surrounding this, okay, would give you a total of 25. 25 divided by 8 equals to 3.125. 3.125. And the value of the one in the center is 50. So we'd have 50 and 3.15 and 3.15. We're going to times this by 2. Okay, it'll be 5650. That will be its valued number. 2 times 3.125 equals to 6 1/4. Did I get that right? No, that's wrong. Yes, it's 6 1/4. Sorry, it's 6 1/4. 625. 625. 2 times 3.125 here and here. If we multiply that by 41, it'll be 25,625, which is the short calculation of the Mayan count, or it'll be 5625 when you add up the center with these two. Okay, but at the same time, when you have these two, if you have all of them, you have the 4, because the reality of this cube, if you really want to know the way I see it, okay, is this, where this center, the cube going this way, okay, where you see this center over here, is actually the entire center of the whole cube. So I'm not really sure how to say it, to take it as a cube, but these 4 and these 4 and these 4 and these 4 all have something in common. When you use these 4, okay, what you have in common is these 2. When you use these 4, you at that side you have these 2. When you use these 4, okay, you're having in common these 2. So when you're using this 4, right, and this 4, the common will be 1. It'll be 3, 1, and 3, 1. 1 will be in common. When you're using this 4 and this 4, 2 will be in common. So I'm just trying to show you a way that we can find whether, what is the common? Is it 1 number or is it 2 numbers? What are we going for? Anyways, 25,625, you add it, it becomes DNA birth 40, 20, 60, 20, 80. Communication. You're adding, forget about these 20s, just count here. 40, the half-life, communication, 9 lives of the cat, 10 world, inside your body, the gateway of creation to the E-world, the half-life, the high sky. Jesus Christ comes into the gateway of your birth, Uranus. And then when you get to this area over here, which is the 9th time you've added this, A plus B, the first answer is in C. Next answer, okay, is D, E, your first, your second, your second answer by adding up the same numeric value, the second answer, the third answer, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh, the eighth, and the 9th answer all repeats itself, and the 10th answer starts everything over again. The number that got us there is this one over here, 17, 9, 10. When we doubled that up, we got to the Mayan number. If this was the beginning at 17, you'd be coming to the beginning as doubling up to 1. We'd have 2 of them, we'd have 3 of them, we'd have 4 of them. On the 5th one, the E world. And here's where we come in with the spirit. In the 6th world, creation, inside of Saturn. Creation 33930. In the seventh world gateway, we now have what I call is the second matrix of the high sky in the water world of Neptune, 5 and 9. 95 is the numeric value for Neptune, but there's more numbers. Now we get the moon, cycle, gateway, birth, Uranus again, green world, go. 49, 7 times 7, 49 for green, 49 for go. The numeric value for go is 22, go for life. Why? Because green means go, and go equals the 22nd letter in the alphabet is V for life. 2 times 2. Here's your 2 and here's your 2, but it's your cross angle 2 over here giving us the square. You can look at it any way. I can make up any story I want. The multiplication in Pythagorean to this numeric value, the halfway is this, okay? But when we double it up, it becomes this. On the low half, it becomes this. Spirit, gateway, birth. In the high half, it shows me that Mars and Pluto into the heavens, divided heavens. 84 is the sun. If I add this up again, this will be 1, 5. 5 and 5 becomes 10, becomes 1. 5 and 5 becomes 10. So we reverse these. This becomes 1, 5, 4, 1, 5, 4, 8. Watch. You want to see? 5 and 5 becomes 1. Right? I'm just trying to do that 5. Just hold on a second. I'm a little lost in my mind. I was looking on it on the board. How did I get the 5? Well, no, let's not look at it that way. The half-life is going to bring me to 7, 25. Okay, let's not go there. I made a slight error on my vision. 3 times 17 is 51. 3 times 28 is 84. The cycle through the moon. The Q letter. The cycle, the moon, the red sun. The red sun cycle. I have to understand what that red sun cycle is. You want to create this, the fine silver and fine gold. 38 for gold, 11. Silver is 13 equals to 4. Gold equals to 2. Fine equals to 7. Okay, so I'm not really sure where I want to go with the whole thing. 12960 I know has to do something with computers. What is it? What is it that has to do with computers? Is it the power of something? 2468 64 times 64 equals to 4096 divided by 3 equals to, no, that's not it. 12960 divided by 1440 minutes in the day equals to 9. 9 times 1440. The minutes in the day will fit into this. 25,920 divided by 1440 equals to 18. So it takes 18 times 1440, okay, to equal to 25,920. And that is your Mayan cycle. 18 days per month, 18 months, 18 days or 18 months, 18 days in a month of 20 months, or 20 days in a month, and it's 9 days, 1 day, 9 days, 1 day, the linking of the days. And that's basically what we get. Now the cycle is usually 3 weeks, right? So we would have to multiply it by, why is it 3 weeks? We have to say it's 3 weeks because of how the cycle works. In the 3rd week, we start to see the moon come out. In the 3rd week of the month, our seasons change. 21 days is the representation for the egg. 21 days for the egg to hatch. Another thing about 21, besides blackjack, I just want to mention the crown of the jewels. What are they crowning? You ever see the open crown? Right? The open crown and the closed crown of the king. It's an open crown, and what shows? His bald head shows through that open crown. The egg, where it all came from. I'm not really sure which other way I should go with this. Not really sure what I said, but I said it. Prince Charming, Sleeping Beauty, Snow White, Cinderella, Jack and the Beanstalk, and all these stories are telling us something else. And this is the deck of cards. This is the deck of cards. They're all like this. I'm not really sure how to do it. But you see the corner over here? This corner is that corner there. The bottom corner is that corner here. I just reflected it. Now I want to know if that's pretty square to me. How square is that? I'm going to just measure it. From one side to the other, it goes from 30, 1 second again, 1 second. It goes from 2 over to about 7.5. And then when I put it the other way, it goes from 2 to 8, it seems to show me. It looks pretty square to me. It's just a touch off. Anyways, that's just a card. Did I have anything else drawn in here? I've been a little bit blank. In between 0 and 10. In between 0 and 10. Now, why would we go in between 0 and 10? Would it be 9, 0, 1? Is that what our count would be? What would be the 0? The 0 would be off? Or would it be standing in an area that we don't count? Like in Monopoly, the first area that we stand, right, has a number for the space. It's the first space, but we haven't moved anywhere yet. It's just like our birth. We're in the stomach is our first space, but we haven't had life yet. And 10 is the completion when we go into life from 0 and out of life at 10. Or 0 and into life at 9, 8, 7, 6, and the countdown until we become 2, just the body. Okay, we become 3, we are of the creation, and then 2, 1 in life when the spirit separates from our body, and then boom. Anyways, thank you for watching this video.